This is the Bahe Revive, and it's a barefoot grounding shoe, also known as earthing. It's a practice that involves some direct physical contact between the human body and the earth's surface. Typically, that involves just walking outside, or in this case, using conductive systems like they've managed to build into their shoes with this wiring in the insole and right the way through the shoe as well, which is apparently connected to the Earth's magnetic field. To me, that sounds like pseudoscience. Now, there are lots of studies that suggest legitimate benefits of simply being barefoot on any type of surface, like increased proprioception, enhanced balance and awareness, strengthening of those deep intrinsic foot muscles, and the potential as well to improve your gait pattern. So putting the electromagnetic thing aside, grounding is kind of very real and it is very beneficial. But what about with these things? And also, in a shoe? Let's go try it out. I'm going to put these shoes on without socks so that there's no interference whatsoever with the Earth's magnetic field. Well, nothing yet, but I do have an idea. Come with me. Where is the best place to ground? Stand on earth, grass, stone, sand, or dirt? That gives me an idea. Come on, we're off on an adventure.
Hours later.
Yeah, so still nothing. But I'll tell you where these shoes do excel. Come with me. You stay right there. They excel in comfortable connection. So let's take a little bit of a closer look at them and see exactly why that is. For a start, they are very wide fitting. They've got this very natural style of shape, and that's for a better foot movement. And that becomes really obvious when you take out the insole and compare that to the insole from a normal shoe. It's incredibly wide through the midfoot. The toe is the tallest point, and then everything else just falls away from there. They're very lightweight, they're breathable, they're engineered with a mesh upper, and also they've got a water-resistant finish. Like most barefoot shoes, they've got a 0mm heel to toe drop, allowing for a more neutral posture. They've also got a very thin and uniform sole, and that helps provide unrestricted foot movement. So no matter what surface you're putting your foot onto, it can shape around it. The total sole itself has got 10mm of total stack height, so the amount of tread, the cushion, the insole as well, and that provides a pretty perfect amount of ground feel for someone that's looking to get into barefoot shoes. So as far as barefoot beginners or transitioners go, this shoe is a very good shout. With this very uniform multi-terrain grip being pretty well suited to almost every surface that you can imagine. The lugs are well spaced out. I'm walking on shingles at the moment. They don't collect stones. That's a really nice touch. And all in, the shoe is very competently put together. I've been using it only for about 48 hours now, but it's wearing about how you'd expect. The fabric shows no sign of wear whatsoever. There is a little bit of creasing on the flex point, but that's what you'd imagine. The laces are really long, so they take up quite a lot of space on the actual front of the shoe themselves, and that just allows for a very customized fit. So you can really tailor the shoe to how you want it to feel. One thing I will admit is that I'm not a massive fan of the insoles. They've got about as much stability as a soggy biscuit. If you do decide to wear these shoes without socks, you're almost definitely going to be pulling the insole out every single time you put your foot into the shoe, which is a little bit annoying. If I was going to be making these my daily shoe, then I would probably put a little bit of double-sided sticky tape onto the inside of this insole just to stop it sliding out. The actual construction of the shoe for a brand new shoe company is actually really quite good. I've been told that they use the same factories that some other larger shoe companies use. I'm not allowed to say which ones, and you can kind of tell if it's really well put together. And the only thing that I've seen that I think is slightly lazy on behalf of the company, but definitely something that they're probably going to sort out in future iterations of this model, is here, this piping. They haven't finished it, right? So you can just see that white polyester or whatever the inside material of that is. and I just think it's a little bit lazy. I feel like they've missed the mark a little bit, but all in, for a first time iteration of a shoe, I think they've done a fantastic job. Now, even though I've only owned these shoes for a short period of time, I have in the past 24 hours alone walked over 40,000 steps to arrive right here. And I have to admit, be it at our house in Canada, in the airport, on the plane, or standing on the edge of this very beautiful lake in the Lake District, I felt connected to the world around me. Maybe that is grounding. Maybe it's not so much as a thing as it is a feeling. I will admit they're not as engaging a shoe as Vivos, but they're also not as disengaged a shoe as something like the Vaporfly. They hover in the middle, which lets you switch off when you want to and pay attention when you need to. For a brand new company, I think Bahe has done a really phenomenal job in making these shoes. In today's market, I get the need for a USP. Every company needs to find a way to stand out, and they've decided to do that with this grounding technology. But in my opinion, where they've really excelled is in making a fantastic transitionary or more relaxed style of barefoot shoe, which I'm very confident is where their future lies. Think a relaxed version of a Zero Prio that can go with just about anything in your wardrobe. Now, Bahe have very generously agreed to give away a second pair of these brand new first release shoes called the Revive to a lucky subscriber of the channel. All you need to do is make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and comment down below this video with where this scene featured in an old video on this channel. I need the name of the video and the timestamp of where this shot first featured. The first subscriber to comment correctly is going to win a brand new pair of the Bahe Revive. And if you can't find it, you can pre-order a pair on the link in my bio. Happy hunting, and as always, thanks very much for watching.